Hello Scorpio, welcome to your July 2019 General Psychic Horoscope reading. My lovely Scorpios, we are in Cancer season for the majority of July, so this is going to feel really good for you. Fellow water sign, and I have a soft spot for all of the water signs because my moon sign is in Cancer. And so, anyways, I'm excited to see what shows up for you in the cards. As you see, I'm changing it up a little bit this month. I've got a new tapestry here. My little lion friend, white lions are especially very sacred to me, especially after I read a very enlightening book called The Mystery of the White Lions. You might check it out, Scorpio, if you're into well, anything ancient and anything relating to Egypt, Africa, lions, astrology, mysticism, all of that. You'll like this book. So just throwing that out there. So before we dive into your psychic message and discuss the eclipses that are coming up too, we're going to discuss those individually because I think they deserve a little bit more distinguishable attention, I guess. So I want to mention it. Well, first, if you haven't yet, Scorpio, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Stay up to date, help support me, means a lot. And also, I've added a new offering in my Etsy shop. So not only do I have my video and written psychic readings, personal readings available now, ta-da! Psychic message in a bottle. You just flip the switch on the cork, boom, and you got little lights in here and everything. But also, so what it is you get your psychic message handwritten, rolled up, and put in the bottle, as you can see here. So boom. And then you get, hanging from the bottle here, you get your zodiac signs charm, like on here. It's the Leo one right now. And then you get a clear quartz crystal pendant. And you can turn this into a necklace, Scorpio. So it's really cool. You get a charm, bracelet, necklace, and then this lovely cuteness and your psychic message. So I'm just really excited about this. I've been wanting to, trying to figure out what I wanted to do regards to recycling all the wine bottles that I have. And so here we have it. So that'll be available. You can check it out in the descriptions box on my Etsy. And let me know your thoughts. One last thing, I'm doing a free giveaway as well this month, and it's in relation to this new product here. So the best way to stay in the loop and follow that and to be a part of that free giveaway is probably following me on Instagram and Facebook. So those links are below as well. Check it, Scorpio, if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and dive in here. I got my notes and everything. I am ready. So, our first solar eclipse and new moon happened in the sign of Cancer on the 2nd of July here. And what I drew for that, Scorpio, was the owl. Quite fitting. You have the moon pictured pretty predominantly here. And so with the owl, a big message, and this is collectively for all of us as a society, as a people together. We're being asked to detach in some ways, and specifically detach from where we've been too excessive in social media. So a lot of us, you know, we've already seen this. A lot of us, I know, feel this way, where social media is great. It's a great platform, especially if you're trying to build yourself as an entrepreneur and everything. It's great, but it has inhibited and blocked our ability to really connect genuinely and in person with other people. And being a Cancer new moon and eclipse and being in Cancer season, it's all about nurturing yourself and nurturing those relationships that give you emotional support and stability, that make you feel safe. And so a lot of us are missing that because we're only communicating through a screen or through text, which is still a screen. And so the owl is really inviting us to detach a little bit from communicating that way. Detach from what is inhibiting us from forming a genuine emotional bond with another person, okay? So big time. And there's a message here with the owl too about using the wisdom of a disadvantage and turning it into an advantage. You know, and so this really applies just as a whole, as a people. For instance, like in the turning of the ages here, we've seen a lot more respect growing for different cultures and people. It hasn't been easy, it's been rough, but we've seen it more. And that's beautiful. And this eclipse is just highlighting that a little bit more and asking us to turn away from the negativity so much. Let's just, let's stop talking about the bad, the negative, what isn't working. And the owl is really inviting us to come up with solutions. Turn what has been a disadvantage, what you haven't liked, into an advantage, into something that you will like. And so, that's just a really beautiful message that showed up here. And lastly, with the owl here, so fitting also with the Cancer moon, we're going to see more stories reflected in the media, statistics, people in general shifting their spirituality. This is about more people turning to esoteric, to occultism, to paganistic and naturistic spiritualities, which we've already seen. A lot more people, consulting and turning to astrology, tarot, which is all a part of the occult and everything. So a lot of people specifically moving away from Christianity. We are changing collectively as a people. And so more of us are shifting our spirituality because of all these changes. And that's the most in-depth and life-changing transformation you can make for yourself, is when it comes to your spirituality. And so it's going to be fascinating to see that evolve. And Scorpio, so for the full moon and lunar eclipse that is happening in the sign of Capricorn on the 16th, I drew cow. And immediately what came up with cow here is our physical health. Our physical health and our nurturing habits, how we're nurturing ourselves, how we're nurturing Mother Earth. The cow in this animal oracle deck represents the goddess of the earth. So might see a lot more investigations come to light, stories about how we're treating our livestock, how we're feeding our livestock. Animal abuse is coming up with this as well. And how that is energetically reflecting whenever our livestock has lived their life and they give back and they feed us, we're taking on and consuming that energy and the vibration that they were living when they were alive. And so it's really important because of that to take good care of our livestock and to be respectful to all life forms, no matter the duration of their life. And so that's something that's big time coming out. We've already seen some stories, like even, I don't know if some of you Scorpios may have seen, dairy farms, I believe is what it was called, the milk industry, where some animal abuse came out and some discrepancies within farming and we might see more of that. You know, it's a little intense, but stuff that needs to be addressed. And also just simply things about our earth. You know, when it comes to pollution, when it comes to pesticides, perhaps too many chemicals, and figuring out better, healthier, more innovative solutions at this time. So pretty big at the Capricorn full moon here. Little rougher, you know, it's not as maybe not quite as glamorous or soft as the Cancer one, but that's what's coming up. The last thing that came up with cow here, and I wrote it down, is each of us, we're being really each of us asked to examine how we are giving and contributing to our earth. And are we speaking up, speaking our truth whenever we see an injustice being done to our environment, to our surroundings, to our earth, to our community? Are we speaking up? And you're actually, I feel strongly with this, that we're being called, for those of you who maybe haven't been much of an activist before, or who tend to shy away from raising awareness, you're being asked to do a little bit more of that, because it takes an entire village to actually create change. And so we're going to see a lot more of that, and you're being invited to be part of it. So powerful eclipse energy, as you see, and changes showing up. But Scorpio, let us move into your reading now. So as you see, I'm using the Druid Animal Oracle, and then I'm also using a new tarot deck, the Druid Craft Tarot deck. So I'm really excited to share this new deck with you. It's beautiful, and it's really fitting with the messages, especially with the earth that we have going on. This deck accentuates Mother Earth and groundedness. That's what I love about Druidry and the Celtic shamanistic path. It's beautiful. So Scorpio, feel free to go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths with me here. Get your mind and everything aligned. A few more shuffles. So Scorpio, I can tell you that the sun is affecting your 9th house here in Cancer season. I feel like that's where the cards stop. So with it affecting your 9th house, this is bringing attention and focus to learning, to study, and higher wisdom, and even travel, stuff that has to do with foreign matters, foreign places, and long distance travel specifically. All right, bottom of the deck is Princess of Swords. All right. Woo. Not used to such a big deck here. All right. Interesting. Okay, so Scorpio. First week, we have the 7 of Swords and the Tower. So we do have, at the beginning of the month, Mars moving into the sign of Leo. And that might kind of bring some shock and some surprise into your atmosphere. Like, might be a little mentally shocking and jarring, and might create some unexpected change and transformation. So just expect that. The Cancer new moon and solar eclipse energy could be affecting this as well, but I'm intuitively getting here, Scorpio, that for you, it's more of that Mars shift in transit. There's something that wants to be purged in this first week. I'm hearing the words that there's been, where you have been overstimulating yourself, overstimulating your mind, over analyzing, overworking. You're being asked to completely let go of some of that overstimulation, some of that overthinking here. And the new moon and eclipse energy is perfect for doing that. And I'm almost getting specifically that it can really be helpful for some of you Scorpios to, write some of this down, journal it. Get it out of your system that way. Or just simply share it with a friend. And then get rid of it. And then get rid of it with the Tower energy here. Easier said than done sometimes, I know, Scorpio. But whether that means symbolically just burning it, writing it down on paper, then burning it, or simply giving it up if it's that easy for you, or somehow physically, something physically. If you embrace this energy and don't resist the change, this will be a smoother process. It may still kind of feel shocking, and it may still feel a little uncomfortable in the first week here. I'm not gonna lie, Scorpio, but it'll be much easier if you don't resist. So understand that. There's definitely, though, a change to, it has to do mostly just with the way that you think and have been over analyzing. That's just essentially what I'm getting for a lot of you Scorpios. And so something is happening here that is going to radically change that. And so, up next here, you have what is known in the regular tarot deck as Temperance. Okay, so the fire angel here. And this is bringing, in the second week, you're getting a little bit more balance. It's like you're piecing things back together more in the second week of July here. And it's very healing. It's almost like you're rebuilding from that Tower energy of letting go and purging and demolishing or reframing your mind, whatever it is you're doing there, Scorpio. You are being the alchemist here, making some changes. And specifically, you have I don't know if I can say this right, the Kronos. In the regular deck, it's the Devil card. Okay, so that's what's paired here with the Temperance. And so this is specifically relating to a relationship. Hang on one second. I gotta yell at my cat. Felix! Come here. Stop it. My cat is being a little minx. Felix? Felix! Okay, whatever. I guess he's just gonna have to live his life, huh? So, with this, specifically, there is a relationship that is already, for a lot of you, it's already there in your second week. You've been with someone for a little while. And this relationship is, it's very sexually compatible. You might see a lot more sexual energy in the second week here between you and your partner. If you aren't with anyone, some of you, the fates are bringing you together with someone, for sure. And those of you who practice any kind of ritual work, you do work with energy, that's being reflected here in this second week really powerfully. It's like some of you almost calling in a mate here, calling in a relationship. Someone who is also, like I said, just really sexually compatible. That's showing up big. There's something else that wants to come through here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get a clarity card with this pairing. It's almost like for some of you, there's been like a third party member, meaning a person who has been trying to stir up hate, stir up negativity, stir up drama within your relationship. There's been like almost like a just negative energy that's been hovering over you, over your, romance, your romantic life, that you're shaking off here in the second week. Specifically, you are just shaking off. And, Mercury does move retrograde on the 7th. I'm consulting my notes here. As well as the new moon energy could be bringing up some of this. It's where you're going to see a lot of this develop. Okay. Clarity card out. Let's see what we have. The Lady. Wow. All major arcana. Like, this is powerful, Scorpio. So the Lady. Yeah, this definitely has to do with your romantic life, with love, with connecting with others. So it's like you're really rebalancing some things. So that means, you could be having a lot of discussions in the second week here, and discussions finding like common ground, trying to reach agreements here. I'm getting with a relationship, finding, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromise. Finding compromise. And some of you, the sexual energy is so intense here, you might find yourself getting pregnant in the second week. There is that possibility, and a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings coming through with this relationship in the second week, especially with the Lady showing up here to clarify. Also, it could specifically, you might be dealing with a Taurus. Taurus energy is ringing strong here, and Capricorn. Taurus and Capricorn energy. So look out for those energies in the second week. We're gonna leave that one alone now. Let's move on to the third week. So the third week, you have the Wheel of Fortune, Scorpio, and the 8 of Wands. Woo! Okay, this is awesome. A lot of you Scorpios are seeing some really positive feedback. I'm getting, a lot of you are getting positive feedback in the third week here. Whether it be from work, positive feedback from some sort of artistic, if you're an artist, artistic thing that you have accomplished, that you've put out there, something maybe you have published, Scorpio, that you've been working on, all that jazz here. And it's happening fast. You know, the Eight of Wands is sitting right underneath the Tower energy here. So it's like in that first week, whenever you get rid of what is not working, you reform some of those thinking patterns. Like, bam, this is like the positive side of the Tower energy. Because the Tower can be shocking, quick, fast, unexpected. The Eight of Wands is quick, fast moving, but more positive. And it's really ringing as good news coming to you in the third week here, especially surrounding finances, your abundance, and just positive feedback. Things really coming full circle in that third week. Yeah, I'm getting like, it's almost like some of you, this is really specific, Scorpio, but some of you are getting this opportunity or even signing a contract that might be like a year-long sort of contract that is changing and evolving in a very fulfilling way your work, your place in the world, what you do in the world. Some of you, that is really specific and powerful. Notice in this third week that whatever is coming through here, the information, the messages, they are going to be fulfilling. They're helping you fulfill what it is you are trying to fulfill at this time. And it's going to be there. It's going to manifest. It's going to happen in the third week. So, beautiful. Okay, so in the fourth week, Scorpio, we have the Six of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you, very specifically, I'm getting here, are moving towards a new career, new job. You may be moving out of the city, out of state for this job or for this specific commission or contract that you're taking. And for those of you within your job, within your work, this also can just ring as like being able to reach more. Being able to reach more people. Whether that be through travel, going to a new place, or perhaps expanding your audience on the internet. So that's really awesome. And there is a lot of, you're going to find yourself pretty busy, especially with this Eight of Pentacles going on here. You're going to find yourself pretty busy in the fourth week. So expect a lot of busyness there. I do believe, I'm trying to remember what house this affects. I think it affects your 10th house in Leo season, but we'll discuss that whenever we get to the August readings. But yeah, work and opportunity with work expands big in the fourth week. Just know that. Yeah, and you just might find yourself, especially if you have your own business, Scorpio, or if you're trying to make your own business, you create your own products. If you're an artist creating artwork, there's going to be a lot more demand for that, for those products, for those services in the fourth week. So for those of you Scorpios that resonates with, man, that is a powerful message and is happening here. I love it. I love it. This is evolvement within your work, within the creative process. Beautiful. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that, Scorpio. we're just gonna kind of leave it a little bit more simple here. So if you do, Scorpio, want to do a personal one-on-one reading with me, of course, get in contact with me. Email, Etsy shop is below. And of course, if you're interested in the psychic message in a bottle option, then by all means, check it out. You can purchase it from my Etsy shop. And don't forget about the free gift giveaway that I'm doing as well. So you can follow me through my Facebook, Instagram. All the links to everything are below in the descriptions box. And I'm excited for what's going on here for you, Scorpio. I'm really excited. And I want to add too, there's something you're learning about the other person in that second week. This is just like randomly hitting me. There's something you're learning about something, learning about the other person in the second week with a partner, with a new romantic relationship coming in that bodes well with you. I know it's pretty vague, but we are in a general reading here, and that's what's coming through. But I just wanted to add that. So anyways, let me know what you thought and how this is resonating with you in your life in the comments below, Scorpio. I will see you in the next video. Take care.